In this video, I'm going to talk about how to manually enter your realized gains and losses into Eye in the Sky Screener. So first we'll go to the Gains and Losses tab. And before we get started, there are a couple settings you might want to look at first. If you go into the Tools menu, choose Settings, and then go over to the Calculations tab and the Gains and Losses tab inside of that. There are a couple things that it will calculate for you, and you can either check or uncheck these boxes if you don't want it to calculate for you, if you want to manually enter them. So you've got the gains and losses, which it can automatically calculate for you, and then the opening and closing net amounts based on the price you enter and the number of shares. So if you click both of those, it's going to calculate everything it possibly can. And hit save. And let's get started. So if we had, let's go back over to the gains and losses. Let's say that we had purchased some stock on Agilent. Let's just put in the ticker A. And let's say that it was on April 1st. And then we sold it on April 3rd. And we had 300 shares. And let's say we bought it at $40 and we sold it at $43. It's calculated the gains for us and all the opening and closing amounts. So that would also work if you had a lost transaction. It just basically goes the opposite direction. So let's say that we went back in for a second round trip on Agilent and we bought 400 shares this time, and this time the price went down. So we bought it at $44 and then it went down to $39. It's recorded the loss there for you and the percentage and all that stuff. So that's how you manually enter your gains and losses into the Gains and Losses tab. And you can either turn on those calculations or not in that settings menu. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email address is questions@eyeintheskyscreener.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.